Health anxiety, otherwise known as hypochondria, can be really, really debilitating, and I totally relate to how you feel. I'm going to give you 5 really powerful tips on how you can really deal and stop health anxiety right now. How's it going, Nez Nation? Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Before I get into the 5 tips, I just want to let you know that I've got an entire playlist, and I've got a really powerful video I'm going to share with you later on. I want you to stick around and watch this through. That's going to really take you through and help you even beyond this video and go more in depth. And so make sure that you stick around, and I promise you will not regret it. Okay, let's get right into it. Health anxiety, where you kind of think and have these anxietal feelings and thoughts that you have some kind of chronic terminal condition, or, little minor symptoms that you have, like maybe a feeling you have in your chest or your arm, or a numbness here, a tingle here. You can really accentuate that and exaggerate that, and it can just drive you absolutely crazy. I totally get it. I totally feel it. Here are the tips that I'm going to share with you, and they're going to help you. Number 1, the first thing you need to do is just acknowledge this feeling. And do not judge yourself. Do not say to yourself, God, why does this keep happening? Oh man, you're so stupid. Remember, how many times have you done this before and it was nothing? Well, what if it is something? What if it is something this time? Oh my God. First of all, do not judge yourself during that state of anxiety, because that's the worst thing that you can do. You need to really, really give yourself self-care. You need to really give yourself compassion and self-love. I know that sounds kind of weird and woo-woo and almost maybe even corny and ridiculous, but it's absolutely tantamount true. You have to do this. When you're going through that health anxiety, take it easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. First of all, you're not alone. There's millions and millions and millions of people just like you. So it's not like this is something that's, exclusive or unique unto you. There's so many people who have this, including myself. Just really quickly, my backstory. I suffered from debilitating anxiety and depression as a young man in my 20s and even into my early 30s. And I still, have bouts of it today at 44, but I've learned methodologies and practices that have really helped me with this. This is why I'm so passionate about this topic, and I talk about it on my channel. And so, number 1, the first tip is to just acknowledge it. Just breathe. Don't judge yourself. Accept the feeling of disorientation. That's going to really help you to kind of circumvent and get rid of all of that self-judging and all of that kind of pulling and tearing and pushing of kind of like, why are you this way? Why are you that way? That self-judgment just perpetuates the problem. The number 2 tip is avoid health-related news. I know it seems easier said than done, but literally just, you got to avoid all this stuff, because some of that stuff will just absolutely drive you crazy. All the stuff that people are talking about with COVID symptoms, and if you feel like this, if you feel like that, you got to just really avoid all of those. I mean, especially the news. The news thrives on making you afraid. They just do. That's the way that they sell advertising dollars. That's the way they get clicks. That's the way they get attention. They're going to try everything in their power, and there's nothing that has been an unbelievable money-making, really cash cow than this pandemic and the anxiety and fear that comes along with getting sick, dying, symptoms, vaccines, etc. So avoid watching the news. I promise you this will change your life in so many ways besides just health anxiety, but it'll change your life in 1,000,006 ways. I promise you. Avoid the news. Don't even watch the news. Number 3, and this one's really, really important, try to avoid Googling your symptoms. I mean, literally every terminal disease out there has, oh, do you have headaches? Oh, do you have fatigue? Oh, do you have sweating? Oh, do you have aches and pains? Don't Google your symptoms. This is what I want you to do. I want you to just breathe deeply through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Get some action. Move from the place where the anxiety started. If it started in your bed, move from the bed. If it started in the living room, move from the living room. If it started in the car, get out of the car, pull over. If it's at work, just leave for a second, take a break, go outside, get some fresh air. Movement is really powerful. That can kind of reorchestrate your environment and kind of assimilate you back to your equilibrium. So just get out of that environment, okay? Don't Google your symptoms. I want you to just simply watch your thoughts, without judging, without interpreting, without analyzing. And I know sometimes they can be very, very scary thoughts. Anxiety is produced by thought. And these thoughts are these horrific ideas and thoughts that come to you of, what if? Oh my God. What if this is the time? Am I going to die? Is this the moment? Should I talk to my loved ones? That cascade of thoughts. What I want you to do, this is going to be really, really powerful, is don't entertain those thoughts. Don't get entangled in those thoughts. Don't identify with those thoughts. I know that sounds easier said than done, but if you practice just looking objectively, allowing the thoughts to come and go, which they will come and go, they will pass eventually. Just let them be. Don't fight them, but also don't serve them tea either. Don't entertain them and don't entangle them, and then let them go on their merry way. This is going to change your life forever. I promise you, this is the ultimate truth when it comes to anxiety, any kind of anxiety, general anxiety, social anxiety, perpetual anxiety, health anxiety, OCD, all of them. Do not take your thoughts seriously. They're just thoughts. You have 50,000 thoughts a day. Some of them, 90% of them, are totally random. They mean nothing unless you make them mean something. You have the power to do this. That's what I want you to do instead of Googling your symptoms. And then I want you to report back in the comments, how did that help? Did it help? And it takes practice. You're going to feel like an initial relief. And wow, Nez is right. It feels so good. Like I don't have to take my thoughts seriously. Oh my God, I'm home free. Don't even think like that. Don't have expectations, because you usually get that initial good feeling and that initial alleviation, but then it comes back. When it comes back is when the real work comes. You need to go back to that place. No expectations. Just breathe. Let it come. Let it go. And watch what happens. So that was kind of number 3 and number 4. Number 5. So number 3 was, don't Google the symptoms. Number 4 was kind of mind management, which is what I kind of just went through. And then the last thing I want to tell you is to just try to keep as normal a routine as possible. Don't think you need to disrupt. Like, oh my God, what if I have health anxiety? I can't go to Disneyland. I can't go on vacation. I can't leave the house. If you engage in activities to avoid the anticipation of health anxiety because you get triggered in certain environments, you're reinforcing the importance of that. And it's nothing. I'm telling you, it's a bluff. It's just fear mind. Fear mind is bluffing you. Do not worry about it. Don't let fear mind win. You have all the power. You, and versus a thought, you are always greater than the thought, because thoughts come and go. You don't come and go. This is huge. And so keep a normal routine. And I promise you, if you can really watch this video over and over again and adopt these and practice them with vigilance, don't expect anything. Don't expect to be home free right after this video. You will feel an initial buzz, but it will fade and the anxiety will be there. So you need to practice this. You need to be vigilant with this. And then the last thing I just want to say is, I've got a ton of mindset mastery videos. I'm going to leave a link to the playlist in the description down below that you have to check out. And in the pinned comment of this video too is a video that has gotten such amazing responses, and amazing reaction, and amazing traction, because it is my absolute truth when it comes to anxiety in all forms. So make sure you check that out. As a matter of fact, here it is right here. Make sure you check out this video right here. This is the one I'm talking about. This video down here. Don't go anywhere. You got to watch these videos next, because they're going to take you even more in depth to everything that I'm talking about here today. I thank you so much for watching this video. It means the absolute world to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.